Hey, how, what was that? I got a total frog in my throat just when I started speaking. Hey, how are you? This is Dawnna St. Louis, and I'm actually in Texas. I'm in Texas for a little bit, and I'm doing this really cool activity tonight, and I'm going to be out and about. I wanted to actually, before I get started, I wanted to show you guys. Hi, hey, Michael, how are you doing, sweetie? What's up, John? So before I get started, you guys, I don't know if you guys know this, I travel a lot. For example, when I left my house 3, 4, 8 days ago, I don't even remember now, I won't actually put my head back on my pillow until November, sometime mid-November. So I'm going to be on the road a lot. Now, as someone who's on the road all the time, I'm going to tell you guys this big, giant, vulnerable thing that I did, but I wanted to share with you, especially if you're a person who likes to travel a lot. I don't necessarily always stay in hotels. In fact, I try not to stay in hotels if possible. I'm a giant, huge, ridiculous Airbnb fan. Like, I am totally an Airbnb fan. So, hey, Mom, that's my mom, Gloria Torres. Yes, my hair is very cut, and I didn't cut it. Okay. Michael, this is a total segue. So what had happened was, called me like right in the middle. Sorry, guys. I said, I want you to cut off a 1/2 inch. That's what I told the young lady to do. Hold on. I think I lost my feed. Okay, there. I told her, sorry about that, guys. People were calling. I had to block them. Anyway, I said, I want to cut off a 1/2 inch. That's all I wanted to do. Yeah, she went and cut 3 inches off my bang alone. So yeah, I am now rocking extra short hair. I am at least trying to. I don't know how it's working out yet. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm going to tell you two things. First, I'm a huge Airbnb user. And so a lot of people who don't use Airbnb, they really don't know how this works. Basically, someone gives you either their apartment or their room, or you have a shared room. I am an entire apartment user. And so the apartment that I'm staying in costs like, I think, $90 a night. And I'm just going to show it off a little bit because this is what I would tell you is pretty typical of an Airbnb location. So this will give you an idea. And all you do is you go on, you say where you're going to stay, the dates and times, and people put their place up there, and you say either you want the entire place or you just want a room or whatever. So I'm going to show you the place. I'm right here at the front door walking in. And this is a full-fledged 1-bedroom condo. And I'm not doing a Kardashian thing, so I'm not going to tell you exactly where I'm staying. Just know I'm in Texas. So anyway, this is the living room. I'll look for the scorpions, John. Yeah, John got bit by a scorpion because, I don't know, I think he was antagonizing them. This is the dining room. This is the kitchen. Right? And behind those doors over there, there is a washer and dryer beyond those doors, which I have used because when I'm on the road this much, I tend to wash my clothes. That's why I like Airbnbs. This is my boudoir. This is my bedroom. Hey guys, that's me in the mirror. Yep, that's me. Hello. This is the bedroom. There's this really big walk-in closet. Yeah, I'm going to show you the closet. So that's all my stuff. And yeah, I got all of that stuff into that very, very amazing carry-on luggage. And this is the bathroom, right? So I'm just saying, $90 a night. Now, besides being a huge Airbnb user, something else that I'm really, really into right now, I'm going to share with you, is called Turo. So it's Airbnb, but for cars, and you can rent someone's car while you're out of town. So that right there, that little Chevy Cruze, well, that's what I'm driving for the next couple of weeks. And the difference in price, I just want to tell you guys, is absolutely amazing because not only do you get a fantastic place, like the place that I'm staying in now, I also have a car. No, I didn't take those shoes. I got the other 4 shoes. I have 4 pairs of shoes. But it's just really cool. It's a different experience if you guys are looking, especially if you're like me and you travel all the time. And sometimes you just want to be at home. And that's what's cool about here. I'm actually feeling very much at home. All right. So that was just to share with you some of the stuff that I do because people always ask me like, oh, do you get tired of hotels? Yes, that's why I don't stay in them. So now I'm going to share with you the thing that I did this year that was really huge, and it kind of changed everything for me over the past year. Give me 1 second if I could fix this. Okay, there we go. I was trying to get this fixed so I could stick my phone on the window. I use a gator case. People always ask me, what tripod do I use? I use a gator case because I can take a gator case, put it on my phone. I'm sorry, not a gator case, a goat case. I can actually just stick my phone to the window and I can talk to you that way. I don't actually have to carry it around. All right. So one of the challenges that I would say that I ran into for a while is, they call it imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome is you kind of have this feeling, this belief that you have to be perfect. And not only women struggle with it, men struggle with it, like people in general just struggle with it. And so it was this challenge that I was running into because it's, there's this constant bar that we set for ourselves. And instead of setting the bar somewhere realistic, we set the bar so high that Superman would get a nosebleed if he went for it. And we do this in our lives. Instead of saying something realistic like, my goal is to lose a pound next week, we go, I got to lose 5 pounds in 5 days. It didn't take you 5 days to put on 5 pounds. Or we're going to say, not that I'm just going to, I'm going to run a mile. It's like, no, I have to run a 4-minute mile. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't push yourself or stretch yourself a little bit, but we set the goals to be 5 and 10 and 15 times better. I've talked to entrepreneurs that haven't made $2 in their business, and yet and still they're going to make $1 million by the end of the year. And then what happens is when they don't, they spend the entire time beating themselves up and having all kinds of self-talk in regards to how much of a failure they are. And so I had talked to this counselor for a while, and one thing we were talking about is, well, when you have imposter syndrome, it's kind of like having this, like being a crab in a shell, like you're a crab, right? And so you have this really tough exterior, and it's shiny, and it's red, and it's pretty, and everyone can see it, and and you just have this great exterior that everyone sees, but on the inside, everything is kind of mushy and soft and vulnerable. And the challenge is that we're constantly just showing that hard outer shell, and things have gotten even worse now with the advent of social media, because with social media, we also feel the need of being perfect. If you go and look on social media, you'll see a couple of different type of posts. Either people have gotten really good about saying what political thing they stand by, or they've gotten to the point of saying everything is perfect. Today is a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day. The sky is blue. The birds are chirping, blah, blah, blah. And everything is perfect in their lives. And so, again, they're just showing that shiny outer shell. So how do you get past that? All right. I will tell you what I did for the past year. And I will tell you, quite honestly, when the idea was posed to me, I thought this was by far the dumbest idea and the biggest waste of time, and it wasn't going to do jack, and it was bullshit. Like, that was my whole, I'm like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. It's not going to work. It's a waste of time. Why am I going to do it? And then I will tell you the results and what happened at the end. Okay. So at the beginning, what I had to do was you pick someone a friend, someone that you trust. And every day you wake up first thing in the morning, and you take a picture of yourself and you send it to them. Not kidding. No teeth brushing, hair done, and preferably, by the way, someone of the opposite sex, which is the harder part, right? Because I couldn't find anyone like that. But it was, and it can't be someone that you know, that you love, that like it can't be your significant other. It really had to be a person who would normally not see you in that state, so to speak. And I'm going, that's stupid. So I'm just going to take a picture of myself, like waking up in the morning. I'm just going to send it to someone. And what's that going to do? So you're supposed to do that first. Then you're supposed to send another picture sometime during the day. And then a third picture at the end of the day, right? 3 different pictures. And you don't have to say anything about the picture. The person can or may not comment on the picture. It doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, your goal is to send a person of the opposite sex a picture of you. And again, not a significant other, just someone that you know, someone that you trust enough to do this with. Now, the person on the other end does have, by the way, a couple of ground rules. They're not supposed to go, holy crap, you look like shit. Like this, that's not the goal. They're not even really supposed to give an honest assessment. They're just supposed to accept the picture. If they want to say something complimentary, they can. Preferably when you're not all made up, if they know what they're doing. So anyway, my counselor actually just assigned me someone. Just assigned me some random dude. There's a random dude out there with pictures of me. That's all I'm saying. But I started this about a year ago. And every morning I'd wake up, I'd take a picture, and I send it to Bob. And every day, Bob got a picture. Some days I'd forget, and Bob would say, where's my picture? Just say, where's my picture? And you got to realize, like the first couple of weeks, first couple of weeks, I would totally cheat. I would wake up in the morning and I'd run to the bathroom. I'd brush my teeth. I'd put moisturizer on my face and make sure that I had like eyelashes on and lip gloss, right? And I had like perfect cheeks, right? And so I did this. And so finally Bob goes, you're beautiful in the morning, but you don't need the makeup. I was like, shit, it's not working. You could tell, right? So after a while, I started sending pictures in the morning that were just like, good morning. Like what? Like seriously, I don't even like you. I hate this stupid challenge. This is ridiculous. But again, it had to be every day for a year. And I wanted to do it. I was like, how weak is it that I can't take a selfie and send it once a day? Like how weak is this? Now, this was a big deal for me because I actually don't send people pictures of me, first of all. Second of all, I damn sure don't send them pictures of me if my face isn't done. And third of all, I'm not really comfortable. Like I wasn't comfortable at the time. Now I don't care. I wasn't comfortable at the time if I didn't have on makeup. Now I don't even care at all. But we did this. I did this for a year. And then what I noticed is that even as I looked at the pictures over a year, at first I would be a little bit shyer about taking the picture, but then as time went on, I got more comfortable. After about 3 months, then there became challenges. Send a picture of you eating. Send a picture of you with a goofy face. Send a picture of you doing something silly. Right? And so it would just be like random stuff. Like send a picture of you making a face. Like, right? And so you make a face. And the more I did this, and then, once we start getting to the point of random challenges, here's what happened. That there was this feeling of vulnerability, because now I'm vulnerable, because there is a person out there with pictures of me. But then there's also this feeling of confidence. The world didn't end because someone saw me with a picture that wasn't the most flattering. The world didn't end because I wasn't perfect. The world didn't end because, and my world definitely didn't end because everything about me wasn't as it should be. Well, doing that silly little send a picture to some random stranger every day, it started translating over into my life in other ways. I stopped caring about what other people thought. And I stopped behaving in a way that only to impress other people. I now was just like, this is me. Things like not having all the answers to all the questions, not having to be the smartest person in the room, not having to be the person that had it all together all the time. I could now be the person that had flaws. I could be the person that was imperfect. I could be the person that made mistakes. I could be the person that flubbed their words. I could be the person that was unprepared. I could be the person that was freaking goofy, like a total clown if I wanted to be. And I didn't have to give a damn about what anyone thought about me. All of a sudden, everybody's opinions didn't matter. And what that meant to me is that there was this weight that started lifting off of my body. I didn't feel the weight of everyone's judgments anymore. They literally floated away. And it allowed me to make other decisions in my life that suddenly I didn't care about other people's judgments. suddenly I cared about what I thought, right? And Oski said, unless you pay my bills, I don't care what you say and what you think about me. If you pay my bills, I'll consider. He's like, I'll consider what you say. By the way, good afternoon, Queen. Good afternoon, King Oski. How are you? I love Oski. Oski and I were actually in Orlando at the same time, I think last week. So it's one of those things where you kind of get to that point. But see, Oski, you and I are close. You're probably younger than me, but we're close to the same age. But imagine having this kind of power in your life if you don't have it now. Imagine having this kind of power in your life back when you're in your 20s or in your 30s, where what you really start getting together is it allows you to show up a little bit more authentically. And I know it sounds so ridiculous, like, Dawnna, Chica, I love you, but you're talking about sending a freaking picture to some dude every day. Made all the difference in the world for me. That's what worked for me. And there were lots of people in this challenge, and whether they were men or women, they all had the same response, that they suddenly had a weight lifted off of them and things in their life were different. Everything. And I do mean that. Everything in my life was different. Here's a perfect example. Before, I had struggled for years, by the way, to lose weight. This is not something that I've never not struggled with, right? And before, when I tried to lose weight, it was always a challenge. But at the end of the day, I was always doing that for someone else. When I started doing it this time, I was doing it for me. And not only have I been able to lose weight, I've been able to lose it. And it just drops off. And I keep it off, right? Oski said, that's what I tell my friends that are females, all my single friends that are females, even my friends that are married, repeal after me, there's nothing going to, damn it, I can't repeat after me, there's nothing going to what? Damn it, I can't read the whole thing because it's too big. But it's not even, so Oski, what I did was, it was showing that uncovered version of me. And here's the thing, when you start taking off the shell and showing your vulnerable parts, you as a human being become so much stronger. There is something about you having your vulnerable parts show to all the world that makes you a stronger person, a significantly stronger person. There's nothing going on but the rent. There's nothing going on but the rent. Exactly. And so that's what I did for the past year. And even if you go and look at my Facebook feed, you'll see some things that are a little bit different, right? So for example, you'll see that I did share that I was going to do weight, right? That I was going to lose weight, and I was going to say, I'm going to do it right here in front of all of you. I would have never done that before. I would have never told you that I'm going to go and I'm going to lose weight in front of the world, because I would have been like, what if I fail? I would have been so concerned with failing that I would have never even done the forward movement. I have been way more authentic and honest in regards to everything about me. I've been showing up more authentic. Now, for some people, that's scary because they're like, no, Dawnna, you're already authentic enough. But it really has changed me. So I would challenge you to find out, what is that thing that you would dare not do? Like, is it, and it doesn't have to be anything major, right? I'm not saying like, I would dare not run naked across the street. I'm not saying break a law, but I'm saying, what's that thing that's a little embarrassing that you would be like, it really just makes you cringe a little bit, right? Just, sending a picture of yourself not perfect, because that is going to live on forever. That might seem so minor, but what is that minor thing that's holding you down, that's slowing you down, that may seem like a big deal to you, and when you talk about it to other people, it might seem silly to them. But how can you do that silly thing every day so that it can start breaking down those roadblocks to much bigger things? Because again, I would have never, ever, ever I thought the challenge was stupid when I started, and it's been a year, and it has really changed me. And it's so funny because I was out with a group of people the other day, and for a Fox television show that we're looking at doing. And when I was out with these people, they were like, you're not even the same person that we met a year ago. You're not even that person. Like, you're just so much more freer and stronger and different and powerful. So what is that thing that you can do every day for a year, something minor, and just break down the roadblocks? And if you want to do the picture challenge, it's called the vulnerability challenge is what it's called. And mine specifically was send a picture to someone of the opposite sex every day. And if you're doing it right, they'll tell you, like, initially when you start off, it's 3 times a day. First thing in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 at night. And then they'll start telling you something like, send yourself with a silly face, send yourself right before you go to sleep, send yourself. And just do it every day. Again, person of the opposite sex. And the whole idea is not to pose. It's just to be. And you'll find out that just being makes you so much more than you thought you were. That's all I have for today. I am going to be here for a little bit and then I'll be traveling. So, if you guys don't see me a lot, quite honestly, it's because my travel schedule is kind of like batshit right now. So I'm here in Texas. I'm going to be all the way over far west. So I'm here in Texas, but then from here, I'm heading to, I'm heading to Spokane, and then from Spokane, I'm going to Seattle. Then from Seattle, then I'm going to San Antonio. Then I'm going to Seattle. Then I'm going somewhere else like New Jersey. Then from New Jersey to Manhattan. Then from Manhattan to Egypt. Then from Egypt to Las Vegas. And from Las Vegas, I'll finally be home, and that'll be somewhere around November 8th. So every time you see me, I ain't gonna be home. But if there's something you guys want to know, by the way, now that I've done the vulnerability challenge and I'm willing to answer anything you have to ask me, ask me. Ask me any questions you want to know, anything you want to know about business, any debate you have. Oh, because I am a debate queen. Any debate you have, anything you want to know. If you want to know what I suck at, if you want to know what I'm great at, if you want me to help you at something, you know what? Now is the time to ask. I'm going to be on the road for a shit ton of days, so I'll be willing to answer a shit ton of questions and help you with any challenges you have. All right. Hey, baby, I love you, Oski. I will talk to you guys later. And if you need anything at all, please reach out. Send me a private message. Hey, and if you send me a question and you don't want me to say your name on the air, it's totally fine. I won't do that. I usually try to be very, very, very careful with that. What's up, Kate? What's up, baby? I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.